It's Lenny Solomon live, show number 369, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another one of the 3-week specials. That's 3 weeks between the 17th day of Tammuz, when we sinned with the golden calf, and of course, the 9th of Av, otherwise known as Tisha B'Av, when we sinned with the Meraglim, with the spies, and we got sentenced to 40 years in the desert, and Moses never made it into Israel, all that stuff. So this 3 weeks is one of contemplation of as we get closer to Rosh Hashanah, which is under 90 days to go. So again, this is going to be a non-musical show. It's going to be a talking musical show. And we have with us famous schlock rock producer Ethan Bill.
Hey.
Ethan is here. Let's talk about all the records you've done with me lately. We're in the middle of schlock rock old school, which we've done already half of. We got to do the other 6 songs. Hopefully, when I come in August, we're going to do that. We have what else do we have? We've done the Big Six. We did the whole album, the Big Six.
That's a great record. I hope you got a good response from that.
Oh, I got a great response from that, and I love it.
That's a really great record.
Your favorite song is Nachshon. Nachshon jumped in first.
Well, as a whole, because we did it in half, right? We did
Right.
the first half, and then we did the second half.
Right.
So
That's
in the
right.
second half, Nachshon is my favorite. But I think the Big Six might be my favorite track in the first half. I don't know.
Yes, me too. Me too.
Oh,
Me too.
great
There's
track.
a lot of great songs. There's a lot of great songs on that album.
And I always loved Do You Remember?
Oh,
I always loved that. I love a ballad,
videos. We made music videos. There are like 6 or 7 music videos on YouTube where you can hear those songs. And then of course before that, what was the album we did before that? Trying to remember.
Maybe a schlock record.
Oh yeah, New Shul. We did New Shul.
New Shul.
Dua Lipa.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Dua Lipa. That's going to segue us into the reason that one of the things we're going to talk about in these 20 to 30 minutes that we have, Ethan, is what do we do when artists come out against Israel? What do we do? I live in Israel. I know that you, even though you've never been to Israel, you feel strongly about it. I mean, you're for the Jewish community. We all love Israel. And when you have all these artists, you have a lot of artists that are come out against Israel. And then what do? I have a friend of mine just told me that he sold his Stratocaster because Eric Clapton came out against Israel. So he had a Clapton Stratocaster or something like that.
Is that true? What did Eric Clapton say?
Oh, he came out against Israel.
What did he say?
I don't know. I don't have the quote. But
right, which is what I'm saying. It's like how could somebody like that? I have to look into this. I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about
Eric Clapton. Look,
yeah, I don't know anything.
The guy said that's it. He came out against Israel. I sold the Strat. I strolled my and then he bought a Taylor acoustic electric. That's what he bought.
Yeah, it's not a bad choice.
No, I like Taylor. I like that. I like that. Yeah. But anyway, the point is that there are all these artists. There are a lot of artists that are coming out against Israel, and really all it is propaganda. They're getting propaganda from the real world, from the they don't really know what's going on here. Nobody knows what's going on here in Israel, except if you live here. You live here, you have an idea.
Well, it's not the artistry. It's just people who can't keep their mouth shut about politics. Whether you're an artist or you're some daily cubicle working guy, some people just can't stay out of politics. And the worst people to say anything are the people in the limelight, like Eric Clapton, the big star. You can't.
I know.
Shouldn't say anything.
Shouldn't say anything because it alienates half your audience.
Always. The most famous political rock star is little Stevie Van Zandt. He for years would go on tour politically, and when he left the E Street Band, he would go on tour speaking politically. Right?
Yeah.
I haven't heard a word from him. He's like a political expert. He knows to keep his mouth shut.
Well, Springsteen, of course, is very political. Springsteen doesn't seem to care. Springsteen doesn't care about anything. He just, he always, he wrote on Air Force One. He was a big friend of Obama's. He still is. But he he doesn't care about anything. He'll say whatever he wants to say, and it hurts half of his audience because.
Uh,
But I
I
guess
don't know.
when you make hundreds of millions of dollars, you don't really care.
I guess not. I don't know. I mean, I
We're
don't.
not in that position yet, and
I
of
don't.
course I use the word yet.
I don't know if I'll ever be in that position. That's a
Right.
big star we're talking about. I don't know
True.
what's going on with Springsteen. I hear he gets DWIs on his motorcycle, and the guy's just living his life.
Right.
I don't read anything about these uh these big stars saying anything about Israel in particular. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe I'm not following the right channels. I'm not seeing it pop up.
So you have to. So Dua Lipa, of course, came out. Dua Lipa came out and came out against Israel big time. How do I know this? My kids. My kids follow Dua Lipa.
Really?
Yeah. Any time an artist comes out against Israel, I hear about it. My kids tell me, they know, and that's it. That's it for them. So the question is, should we be listening to them? Should we stop listening to them? Now, by the way, I'm getting so here I got first thing is Uri Butler from Squirrel Hill, PA is here saying hello to you. And Judy Hertzfeld, of course, from our associate producer from Clifton, New Jersey, says hello to Ethan. And best wishes to Ethan's folks as well. So Stephen, Peggy. So anyway, yeah, I just happened I just took a look at our chat room. You guys can join the chat room, by the way, and type in. Do you listen to artists that come out against Israel? We want to know. Because we're dividing up this show into two sections. Section one is this topic, and section two is AI. We're going to talk about AI music, and is it good or is it just the biggest load of crap that you have ever heard in your life?
Mm.
I guess you
This
just.
is this is so funny because I am messing. I when you called me to join, I'm messing around with AI all morning. Actually,
Really?
yeah, yeah. I'll tell you all about it. It's pretty wild.
All
It's a
right, so you're
great
going to tell
great
us.
topic, but also I think music against Israel is a great topic for your channel.
Yes,
People
of
love to
course,
watch these
because
politics, man.
we live here. We live in Israel. I live in Israel. This is the Beit Shemesh Studios right here, 30 minutes from Jerusalem.
Now, let me ask you a question. Are you seeing Avram Fried performing in your area? Are you seeing advertisements? Because he's
Yeah, I
there.
do. He's coming here. He comes here all the time. I
Like,
haven't seen him lately, but he performed in Beit Shemesh. I went to see him, and I even met with him after the show. Said hello to him. It was very
yeah,
nice.
you guys know each other, right?
Yeah, yeah. I do. I do know Avram Fried. I know Mordechai Ben David a little bit, not a
Yeah.
lot.
So
Avram
Avram
is
Fried
much
is the guy
more.
you really got to know. Uh, so
Mm,
you saw his show. It's probably really good.
his show is amazing and very, very synced and very everything with you know,
And
the
he sounds
band
good.
and the
He sounds good.
yeah.
Yeah, I
So
know.
he
What a
knows what
guy.
he's doing. He
What
knows
a
what he's
guy.
doing. And what else can I say? So yeah, so
So what's going on there? What's it feel like being there in the middle of it?
we don't look. Every once in a while, you get an alert. You get this alert that a missile is heading in our direction, and then you have to wait like 10 minutes. And if the alert, if the missile is actually getting through, meaning it's going to fall is somewhere near us, then you get a second siren. The siren goes off in the entire neighborhood, and you go down to your sealed room, and you stay in your sealed room for another 10, 15 minutes. You put on the radio, they tell us where it hit, and then they tell us when we're allowed to leave. And that's really the extent of it. Now, if it gets really bad, where like you get two or three of them in one night, well, first thing is it ruins your night. It ruins your night. You don't sleep so well.
Really? Even
Yeah,
after they
that's
say it's okay?
well, no, you go back to sleep and then you get woken up again. And
Oh,
that would be the worst. But that hasn't happened so much. That
yeah.
hasn't happened so much lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna come to the States in mid-August. How do you feel about leaving your family?
So if there's no war happening, then I'm coming. If there's well, hopefully I'll come. Assuming my health is okay. And then the if I'm not able to come, then I stay here. And I'll come later on in the year when hopefully the fighting dies down. Look, first thing is you hate losing soldiers. These kids that are dying are 19 to 21 years old. It's very hard because you know what can you say? It's
Yeah.
you know
Are your all your kids are done serving?
Well, I have four daughters, so no nobody had to serve like in infantry.
Right, but they in
I
like the
had
hospitals,
three of
right?
them did national service, right? Hospital, teaching, um, and then the third daughter did actual army service, but it was more. She was her job was to call to be in touch with people that had gotten injured, and then she says, "How can I help you? What do you need?" And then she gets the proper people to help them. That was her
Like
job. It was a
like
good
a
job.
hotline mediator or something
Yeah,
like
that
that.
type of a thing. But she would call them, not them call her. That was their job. Now, my fourth daughter again went to national service, which this year was involving a school. She was involved with a teacher's assistant. You know. Now, by the way, one of the people who requested that we play the song "Choices" is online. So just letting you know, Ethan wrote the song "Choices." Just letting you know, from the Rejuvenated album, came out in 2006.
You know who I just saw? Mark Ambrosino, who
Oh
played on that
yeah.
record. Yeah,
Now
he was
Mark
a
played.
drummer.
Wait, he played on that album. He played on
Re-
Rejuvenated.
Yeah, and Daniel, right? And
No, I
he
don't think
also,
Mark ever seen him play on Daniel.
yeah, he did.
He
Sure, he did.
did.
And he played on what's the other original album we did in like 3 days?
No Limits.
No Limits. Yeah, he
No
was in.
Limits was one of the greatest experiences I ever had. Great,
Yeah, I know.
and that of course featured the famous Dave Keys
Yeah. So I
on
mean,
bass.
I could talk about that because lately we were talking about him, and his main gig was with this guy Willie DeVille.
Yeah,
Okay, this guy Willie DeVille was a big star, and you listen to his music, you're like, I don't get it, right?
you mean you don't know what was good about it?
I don't understand it, right?
Yeah,
And Dave Keys was like the most overqualified. But I'm not gonna, crap on Willie DeVille because his story is very interesting. What he does is very interesting. But they both got sick with the same thing. They
really.
caught it. They caught it in Europe or something.
Well, Dave Keys is not alive anymore.
No, both of them, Willie DeVille, they both died of the same thing. They caught
Oh, I didn't
something
know
in
that.
Europe.
So, yeah. So, well, first thing is, just one of the comments says, even if a person lives here, they are only aware of what they're exposed to. So, if one only listens to government, it's propaganda. That's what they'll think is going on. But if a person goes out and walks the land and has open eyes and is honest with themselves, their surrounding, they'll see a very different reality.
That's very
But the
true.
thing is, you still can't do anything that's dangerous. You still can't. I agree with you, by the way. I agree with Yoel Labe, who just commented, but you still have to be careful because you don't want to put yourself or your family in danger. Now, not to say that it's dangerous, it's not dangerous. It really isn't. But still, if there's a missile coming, you got to go into your sealed room. The law is the law, right? There were a couple of weeks that the synagogues were closed here
Mm,
because they were afraid of a missile hitting a synagogue.
right.
But it didn't happen. And
How long?
instead we had a synagogue outside in the street. It was kind of nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, Beit Shemesh is 90 degrees, 80, 90 degrees every day. It's like,
I remember doing that here in COVID because they wouldn't let us inside, so they set up
right
a toilet.
on. COVID, same thing. That's
Yeah,
what they did. It was a really it was a repetition. It
it
was a
was
repetition of
nice.
that. Yeah,
It was nice.
it was.
They should do that
You
more
know.
often.
So now,
Hmm.
anyway, just to talk about Dave Keys, ladies and gentlemen, when you go into a studio and you're a piano player, so a lot of the times the bass player comes up to you and says, "Don't use your left hand. Don't play with your left hand. You know, you because you're going to get in my way."
Hmm.
So when we were doing the No Limits album and the Daniel project, I said to Dave, "Do you want me to? What do you want me to do with my left hand?" And his answer to me was, "You play. I will work around you."
Yeah,
That's how
exactly.
good he was. Such a great musician. He had this instinct. He knew exactly what to play, where to play, when to play.
Well, you know what
When
that's about. Good musician uh, knows how to not tell somebody else what to do. You know,
right,
it's a team. A good musician knows it's a team. You
right,
know,
right,
let somebody do your thing and let the magic happen. Don't ruin uh your creativity by doing something you're not a prone to. You know.
right.
Yeah, he's so overqualified for everything. One of the most amazing musicians I've ever
I
seen.
know the best bass player in the studio that I had, and I loved playing with him. All
And
right,
you know, you want to move on?
let's move on to AI because when we
Hmm.
talk about AI, um, there are actual songs out there right now,
Bands.
bands, artists that are fake, that are
Yeah,
not
so I don't know
real.
if you know about this. The most popular band on Spotify is an AI band.
Well, Velvet Underground.
That's right. That's right.
Are the songs that good?
No,
No.
no. You know, I think it's the gimmick that okay, this is the first AI band to get popular, and that's they're an AI band. Everybody wants to know what it's all about, so that's why they're getting streams. There's also the conspiracy that Spotify is backing it.
Right, I've heard that.
Um, but it's AI is way more advanced than you think. It's you know when I was teaching in school, they bring in these speakers and tell you that AI is in the stage of dial-up internet. Remember that?
Yeah.
So put it in perspective where internet has become now. That's where AI is right now. Okay, I don't believe that. AI is like on another level. I mean, I avoid it, but I can't help it because
Right. So
I'm seeing
tell
what
me,
people are.
we could make albums and albums and albums without doing anything. You
No,
know,
it takes time.
do
It
you
takes
know that you
time.
could type in to AI, write a schlock rock based parody on keeping kosher to the song of Surfing USA,
Right,
and it'll write it for you in 2 seconds. It
right.
knows it knows schlock rock.
Yes, that's actually the easiest thing you could do with AI is tell it to write a parody. That's all you got to say is write a parody. You know,
Oh boy,
but
that's
as
scary
far
to me.
as far as like what Velvet Underground, I think that's the name.
Yeah, Velvet
Velvet
Underground.
something.
Yeah,
What they did is I don't know if they made it complicated, but if you're very particular on what you're going for, you have to prompt it to edit it the certain way, and you use multiple AI websites. One for lyrics, ChatGPT for making um a cat like a not a cameo, but you know, like a fake band, the
right?
image and the name.
And
And
then there's a band called There's a program called Sonu, right? Or Suno or Sonu.
yeah, Suno,
Yeah, you could
really
do
good.
really
Really good,
good.
but it doesn't do it right away. You
And
have to
also,
keep changing the prompt to get what you want, and
but
it's
I like to
wild.
think that it has no soul. It's like you're creating songs with no soul.
Right.
You know?
So you're right. So and that goes to what Sono is doing is it's creating a really high quality mix. But this is the high quality mix of today's era, which I don't dig. It's just very fake.
Yeah,
You know, over compressed and like this is the sound of today. And I don't dig it. And that has no soul as it is. I think that's a part of it too. You know, even
yeah.
a live band will go into the studio, record their thing live, and then the mixer will mix it to sound like today what everybody's doing, which is all computer programmed, and it hasn't it just has to be that way. People are looking for the most modern sound, which is very overdone. It has no live qualities, or you know, all the drums are fake. And
Now Jason from Chandler, Arizona, he writes, "I wrote a song with Suno." So in other words, there are people out there. Of course, people are using it.
I just did too.
You did too. What do you want to
Yeah.
make? Do you want to make a whole album? Do you want to just make a hit?
Yeah, you know, I watched this guy, Rick Beato.
Yeah, me too. I always watched it.
You saw his AI one last night?
Yes. So
Um,
like one of the songs was good actually. I thought out of the other one was terrible.
yeah, yeah. So you can keep prompting it and it will
But he's
continuously change it until it's something you like.
but it is his point was, why can't you just learn to play an instrument and use your knowledge instead of you faking it? This is fake, which I agree with. I agree with him.
Yeah, he's not happy.
No,
Who is? Who is?
I don't want them to take us out of the music business. I don't want them to ruin the music business.
I don't want it to be that anybody can do it.
Right. That's right.
Same thing with recording. I don't want it to be that anybody can do it, but
Because otherwise,
anybody can.
right. Because then what's the point? There's nothing there.
But what never changes is I think artists want to get into the studio. They want that vibe.
Yeah. I love the studio. Studio
That
for
will
me,
never change.
right. Studio for me is the best.
That will never change. The only thing that changes that is being cheap.
Right.
You know, bands like, oh, I got to pay this kind of time for studio time. I could just do this myself, which they can.
And then it doesn't come out good.
It could. It really could. It really could. You know, now they make $100 microphones that emulate every $30,000 microphone, and they're good. It's just crazy. It's crazy, and you know.
Now Yoel writes he's more of a fan of the 80s. Well, the 80s is my favorite time of music. 70s and 80s were my two favorite eras.
So I just finished a record. It actually just got released. Um, I spent 6 months on a record. This Foreigner Tribute Act got a record
Oh yeah.
deal
Is that with
to,
Chandler?
yes, to write a record in the style of Foreigner, but original.
Wow.
So this record, we kind of tried to keep it very 80s sounding, but you know, kind of more modern. Uh, it's pretty incredible. The only problem is the reception of I don't know what's Gen Zers or after that. You know, today's audience, they want to hear that very overdone mix, which I was not gonna do. I wasn't gonna do that, but it's phenomenal, and it's gotten good reception, but overseas mostly.
Really?
It's a European label.
Do they have more fans overseas than they have in America?
I think it's because of the record label being European,
Right.
but they only tour America.
Oh, that's
But
interesting.
it's such a good record. I haven't worked on anything like that in a long time. I haven't heard anything like it in a long time. But just, good isn't good enough anymore.
No, no, no. So now the question is like this: an artist like Taylor Swift, who really is in terms of pop, right? She leads the way, right? Or Taylor Swift, who leads the way in pop.
Yeah.
You think you don't like her? You're not a fan of hers,
I don't listen to her music. I mean, I have to do her music in the weddings. They're always requests.
right?
So
That's
I
true.
know, like, I know You Belong, I know Shake It Off, I know Love Story and those kinds of things. I know
Right.
those songs, and I know her style. It's more of a gimmick.
I went to that movie. I went to her movie. She had the movie was a 2 hour, 45 minute concert.
Right.
Really impressive. It was really impressive.
Really? What was impressive about it?
Just the whole production, but not for me. I went with my daughters. My daughters loved it. They know every one of the songs. But for me, I was fiddling with my phone a lot because who could sit through 2 hours and 45 minutes of Taylor Swift? I couldn't really do that.
Really? You were on your phone the whole time?
Not all, no, not the whole time, but it was going back and forth.
So
Uh,
it really wasn't that,
it
didn't
was
really
good. It
grab.
was very look. What was impressive about it was the production. It was a
Okay.
it was a. So
Right.
the
But that's it.
the question is like this: look at all these, what's going on with the AI. Look at what's going on with the AI, and what will be. I wonder if there's going to be a Jewish group that comes out with a Jewish album that's all AI.
I bet I can create one within the next half hour.
Okay, deal.
Seriously.
You're on. No.
Seriously. And then I'll come on next week and I'll show it to you.
Okay. That sounds like
It's
a plan.
yeah.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Here at Lenny Solomon Live Show 369. Ethan Bill's going to is going to come up with a Jewish music AI band.
AI band. But you have
And
to collaborate with me in
okay,
order to create the cameo.
okay,
And
that's right.
or we could do it together on the channel.
Well, how does that happen? Well, you'll tell me later. You'll tell me later.
Yes, I'll screen share it.
Anyway, all right. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap it up here because
Oh
let me just say a couple.
man.
Oh, you don't want to wrap it up,
Nah,
Ethan?
we could wrap it up. Whatever. It's your channel, bro.
No, it's time to wrap it up only because of one thing. Because it's
What?
10:40 at night here in Israel, and uh, time for me to hit the hay.
You've been snoozing all day, Lenny.
How did you know that?
I know you. You take little naps here and there.
That's true.
You got the
Well,
energy,
listen,
and
we're coming off this year of 100 days in the hospital. That's why. You
I
got.
know we were all worried about you.
I got to figure out how to. Right now the question is, can I actually fly to America? Well, am I allowed to? I think I am.
Only you know that.
Yeah,
Only if you feel up to it.
I know. No, we're gonna try because I want to be there for 2 weeks in August, and then we're heading up into something. I don't know if you know this, but this January is the 40th anniversary of Schlock Rock. 40th year.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm not sure yet.
You got to perform the first album or something.
I think we have to play Madison Square Garden. That's what I think we have to do.
Yeah, right. Okay, let's be realistic, and let's say
Maybe
you
we'll
know.
just go to maybe we'll just go to a Ranger game.
So what was So 40 years ago was the first album, right?
40 years ago, January 1986.
Was which
Yeah.
album?
Learning is Good with a
Okay,
Barbanel, born in the USA, making Aliyah today. You
so
know,
you got to perform that front to
gotta go
backwards.
to
That's
the hotel in the night, stick around until it's getting light. Think about the things you want to find. Think the moment. Also, Bless on It, Boogie in the Shul.
Do you ever? I know you think this. But you ever think a schlock, a parody of yours, is better than the original?
Yes, sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes. You know which
I
one?
heard.
You know which one
Yeah,
for sure?
yeah,
Amadeus to Achashverosh. I think Achashverosh is better than Amadeus.
right. What? Anything else you could think of?
David went up to Goliath. I think that's better. I
That's
think
cool.
Shlomo instead of Lido.
Yeah,
But the
that's a
truth is
tough
that there are
one.
so many different albums, you know.
Yeah, which makes a lot to choose from.
So here, look at this. Yoel writes, I have an idea. For your 40th anniversary, you can release the Schlock Rock AI album in Hebrew. Don't forget what they call it. I can't read what he wrote. Bina Malachtit. Well, I don't know.
Wow, that's the name of the album he came up with.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Bina, it's
all right.
Kabbalistic. It's Kabbalistic. But I you know,
Don't throw these ideas away. These are all great ideas. These are all great ideas. And I think a great idea is for us to either create a schlock song in AI on the channel, we do it together, or an original Jewish song on the
sounds
channel.
that we could definitely do.
And you just sit there,
The
you just
question is,
sit there and watch, and we'll do it
uh,
together.
Devorah Altman from the Kosher Cakery writes, I'd go to Madison Square Garden to celebrate your 40th anniversary. So we got one seat sold, but we need 20,000. You know that Yishai Rebo sold out the whole garden
Ugh,
twice.
what's the gimmick?
Oh, okay. So Yoel writes, that's the Hebrew terminology for AI is Bina Melachutit. That's what he said.
Great. That's that's a great idea. That's a great idea.
I thought it was a Kabbalistic thing, Yoel. You see.
And the Jewish market probably has not done this yet. We'd be the first.
All
Lenny,
right. So
don't shoot these down.
we now have
These
a project, the AI Schlock Rock album.
we do. And all the people in the channel, stay tuned. Tell your friends. You're not going to want to miss
But
this.
you also have to um, donate to the Schlock Rock Foundation so that we can continue the work of Schlock Rock and continue spreading the word of Jewish pride, Jewish identity, Jewish awareness. I have to put in a plug after all, Ethan.
No, you got to put the plugs in. How many people in the chat?
Right now, 15.
That's
15.
pretty good. We get it up to
Sometimes
50.
we've gotten as high as 40. We've gotten as high as 40.
And what show is that?
And what happens is that they watch it afterwards and we get up to like 1,000 listeners,
Right. Right.
you know. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Wow. We're getting some interesting ideas. I will tell you more about it offline. But I want to thank everybody for listening to Lenny Solomon Live and having Ethan Bill, our
I'm
producer.
I'm coming on more often.
All right,
That's
sounds good. And
that's
now
what
are you you have to come to Israel and
yeah,
uh
I'm inviting myself. That's what I'm doing.
David K writes, but why AI? Well, Dave, it's not about why AI. The question is why AI at all?
Mhm.
That's the question. That's what we've been asking. I hate AI. I hate
But
just to, let me go on record saying I am not an AI fan.
me neither. But let's make an experiment. Why experiment or why not experiment?
Right.
Let's
And the question is, will the music have any soul at all, or will it be like a clone with no soul?
stay tuned and we'll find out.
I'm gonna see. We'll have to try it with one song and see how that works.
It should take 30 minutes.
That's it. How can you put soul into 30 minutes? Although sometimes you can.
I will show you. Actually, we'll see. I've never tried it with Jewish music, obviously, but well, not so obviously, but this is what I want to do. I definitely want to try this on this channel.
All right. We're gonna do it next week. Next week, we will figure it out somehow.
Stay tuned. You're not gonna want to miss this, folks.
All right, everybody. Keep on schlocking. And we will see you next week with Lenny Solomon Live. We are in the books.